you. So I am on a weight loss journey. My goal is to lose 100 pounds at the end of the year. And I'm doing this because I've gained about 80 something throughout chemo and the stress and when I was sick and misdiagnosed and all that fun stuff. So now I am healing my body with food. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, usually Instagram stories is where I post most of my recipes, but I do also post them in my Facebook group. However, I just like to keep things really simple. I don't add measurements, I just add ingredients. So it's up to you how you want to cook certain things if you're following any of my super simple recipes. So in order for me to lose this weight and in order for me to feel good and not be like craving like a ton of shit, I need to be, for me personally, I meal prep. And I meal prep because I need to be organized in literally every single thing I do. So cooking for me is like, it is so therapeutic. If I'm having a stressful day, I'll just clock out, get off my computer and make some delicious meal. And then I'll make more. So I have extra, right? I'm also the queen of using what I have. And I just made the absolute best stir fry for the next couple of days. I think I made I made 5 portions. So for the next 5 days, I'll be eating that delicious stir fry. And I'm trying not to, so here's how I'm going to lose 100 pounds. I'm going to choose healthy habits, move my body, and try to eliminate things that don't work for me personally. Now, before you try to pitch me whatever you're selling with your food situation and all of that, I have created my own kind of meal plan, really. I mean, I'm just eating as many vegetables as I possibly can, and fruits I put in my protein shakes, and I've just always loved green vegetables, so that's not hard. I don't eat seafood. I'm trying to eliminate dairy and sugar and salt for sure. And that's for medical reasons, because when you have an autoimmune disease, salt and inflammation is no bueno. And I have a very serious vertigo problem where my eustachian tube gets swollen. Before I need to tell you like all that fun stuff, I just can't have salt. So I'm supposed to have 1,500 milligrams of sodium. I have about 1,000 or less because I'm cooking my own food. I actually don't even put that much pink salt in my food anymore. I do it after, not while I'm cooking it. So when I taste it, I'm like, oh, this needs a little salt. I'll put it on the prepped meal, so the portion I'm eating. That's how serious it is with the salt. With the sugar turns to fat. If I want something, I'm going to have it, but I try to eliminate it because that's obviously going to help me lose weight. And it's also good for, the healing process. I'm trying to heal my body inside. This isn't a normal weight loss situation. Like, I literally just want to heal my body. And when I tell you I can feel inside, like when things are helping, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, do you ever have a craving and you're like, oh, I really want that chili, and it's a comfort food, right? Well, I crave things that will like help my stomach feel better or like give me energy. Like, those are things I crave now. Like a sweet potato, I'll make like a sweet potato chili with maybe ground turkey. I've been craving ground turkey for a couple weeks now. It's like the weirdest thing. And I eat it. If I'm craving something, I eat it. And now I'm really paying attention. So I'm really trying to stay away from dairy, sugar, and salt, and that is for health reasons because I'm healing my body. In the process, I would like to lose 100 pounds. And guess what? I'm almost at 25, and we're not even at the end of February. And side note, I have not been to the gym. I've been doing my walks on the beach and just keeping my mind sane. That's how I'm losing weight. I'm moving my body like my good friend Heidi, which you'll hear about in a minute, has taught me. She's such an inspiration. And I'm just eating whatever I want. Like, for example, okay, so tonight's stir fry for the next few meals. And by the way, look at my Instagram on the highlights for recipes and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I said earlier I like to use what I have. So when I used to juice all the time, I used to juice every single morning. But for some reason, that's like disrupted my insides. So now I have moved to the protein shake lifestyle, which is so weird because I've been juicing for years and now it's just like ripping my insides apart. I don't know why. So, our body changes and I just need something more like soothing to heal, I guess, in the morning. So, and I'm going to tell you like my favorite things that I like. And then I'm going to tell you that everything is available on my Instagram under recipes. So don't think I'm going to be giving you any, measurements. You're going to go to my Instagram, you're going to screenshot it, and then you're going to create it yourself because cooking should be fun. It's not stressful, So, okay, so the stir fry I just made was Brussels sprouts and broccoli and jasmine rice with a little bit of olive oil, and I put in a blood orange with garlic. First of all, I had 2 oranges in the fridge. I did not know that they were blood orange. I'm so excited because they've been in there for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh my God, I could totally make the most delicious Asian teriyaki-ish without like the teriyaki sauce and just infuse it with citrus. So that's what I did. It's fucking bomb. It's so good. I did not mean to just drop the F-bomb, but like that's how delicious it is. And it's so simple to make. You just throw some olive oil in the pan, saute on medium the broccoli and Brussels sprouts, and I really wish I had green beans. I swear that I had them, so I'm actually going to add more of those. I'll get them tomorrow and add it per portion. And then I just added garlic and oregano and black pepper and the blood orange. That's it. That was my meal. So I portioned those out for 5 days. Now, going back to using what you have. So I went to Vegas for I was there 4 days. So before, when I was leaving the night before, I hate wasting food, like absolutely hate it. And I had a whole bunch of things in the fridge and the freezer, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to just like make a soup. And this is what I always used to do when I have leftover, like if you're somebody that's juicing and you have ingredients that are like ready to go, what you do is you make a soup with them. And I used to add apples and ginger like to my veggie soups. And you guys, it adds like such a sweet flavor to the broth. And the broths, plural, that I use, it's water. And I usually use fresh herbs like parsley and cilantro and scallions to flavor, or I use salsa. But now I'm trying not to do the salsa because of the salt situation. So I'm just flavoring the broth with different herbs, and it's so good. So I had a bunch of celery and onion and the fresh herbs, like I mentioned, and fresh garlic. And what else did I have? Couple other things. Oh, carrots, apple, ginger. So all of that was going to go bad because I wasn't going to be around. I was gone for 5 days. And 5 days before I came back to the house. And so I just prepped everything. What I did was I got a huge pot and I just prepped everything like I was going to make a soup that night. So then I put it in a Ziploc, all chopped up. So I had, what did I do? I did peas and green beans and celery and cilantro and parsley and carrots and apple and ginger and like a bunch of other things, which you'll see on my recipes on my Instagram. So I just chopped all that stuff up and I threw it in a big bowl, mixed it up, threw it in a Ziploc, threw it in another Ziploc, thank God, because that onion was so potent. Thank God I double bagged that thing. And then I threw it in the freezer. So when I came home, all I needed to do was throw it in the microwave for like 2 seconds, defrost it in the pan, add the broth, and what else? I put some other veggies in there, and that's it. That was my soup. I've been eating this soup. It's literally the best soup I've made in so long, and I'm like, I wonder if it's because I chopped everything up and had it already like ready to go in the freezer. Usually that only happens when you marinate things. So I don't know, this onion and the flavor, oh my God, you guys, it's so good. So I've been eating that the last couple of days. Now, one of the questions a lot of people ask me is like, how do you eat the same thing all the time? And for me, it's just like an organizational tool. Like I'm so good on shopping for groceries. And also I'm not eating a lot of meat and I don't eat a lot of processed crap. And that shit's expensive. When you actually go, I'm in San Diego, and even though I'm in San Diego, I talk to friends in other cities, and how many grocery stores do you need to go to get everything? I go to 3 just to get my money's worth. And before I went to Vegas, I spent $20 at Sprouts on the produce because they have the best organic produce, $20 at Trader Joe's for my frozen veggies and the salsa and I don't know, whatever else I got, probably wine. And then, if I go out to eat, I have more money, but I have a trick for that too, to save money and be healthy. And I did it the entire time in Vegas, and I'm so proud of myself. So I'll tell you about that in a sec. But I am so good with budgeting food. It's like unreal. So let me just tell you what I eat. And I don't know, I've just been doing it for so long, I don't get sick of it, but every now and then I will. And so I have backups in the pantry, in the freezer, like things I can make that I'm like, I'm so over my prepped meals, and then I'll have something else. And plus, I get bored if I can't cook for like 5 days, like I'll lose my mind, because that's like really therapeutic for me. So in the morning, what I'm having right now is a protein shake with spinach and kale, blueberries, cranberries. Now I can't find any more. So I actually do Dr. Stephen Gundry's Reds, and it has all these amazing vitamins in it. So I use that since I can't find cranberries anymore, and banana and cinnamon. So I actually use 2 of my big Ninja jars. I blend them, and that creates 3 mason jars worth of a shake. So those are prepped, and it does not get gross. I have friends like, oh my God, I can never do that. Like, I have to make